All right. They want me to title this "The Last Dragon." I'm getting a lot of downloads. I usually sit on my downloads. I don't put everything out because I just don't feel like it. Okay. Somebody's being identified and they are pissed off about it. They do not want to be exposed. They did that themselves. All right. Let me say this first. When I was watching tarot, first of all, how I got turned on to it was Dolores Cannon. I started meditating before I even. Hold on, y'all. This is going dead. Very funny. Somebody's like, shut up. Okay, I'm back. Now, see, distractions make me completely forget what I'm channeling. Somebody is mad, okay? I done dealt with a lot that's done come through my channel. And um, spiritual warfare is just part of it, depending upon what you're supposed to be doing this lifetime. And it get too confusing to me. I have to deal with people on an individual basis, and that could take a long amount of time. But anyway, there's somebody that uses false lights. It's giving me a network. Like I really don't care to say whether it's an organization, whether it's because all of them are falling. Every last organization is falling. If I'm getting things about the mafia, like the corruption that has gotten into these societies, I mean, completely distorted from what it was created to originally do. Masons, that's why they falling. Okay, the so what is the form of corruption? It is the level of deceit and treachery. Okay, this is how deep it goes, y'all. So we family, right? And we stick together. It's a lot of people that still have compassionate hearts that will still help in community, even though they're struggling. Okay. So family is about unity. It's when you can put your differences aside and you can help more than you can hurt. You got these organizations, they are still considered families. And when these bloodlines and stuff, when this death tear through these families, that's considered a family. All through the ranks, everything that has been done, these stem from ancestors. These things was put in place to fix bloodlines, fix a lot of issues down here. A lot of issues. That's why I'm saying we're not limited to a family. We're not limited to this organization, the United States. There are two different types of hearts. There are hearts that still have not learned issues of controlling their own vessel, demons, whatever you want to call them. They got some hateful hearts and they've been corrupted by power. So it started out as a family feud and it's still going on. I don't care who you see. I don't care what you see in your reality. And then you got hearts that's actually good. They've been through the same thing, but they still compassionate because they was forced to intermingle with this and they learn how to separate and just stay on one side. And staying on one side don't mean that you're gonna be around a lot of people. The odds of you being around another person that trusts you that went through the same thing, it's gonna be more separation on the unified side than it is on the corrupt side because they need each other. They're gonna keep each other around them, whether they hurting their pockets, their emotions, killing off their family. They need connections. Two different hearts. Okay, so back to the reading. It was somebody using their whole reality is built on dealing, stealing from females. Okay, they steal from females. I mean, to keep their finances, to keep their uh, compassionate and caring side. Like that's what they do. It's falling, and that person is angry. Be angry with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's because you came after a person. So that's what I was saying. See, back when I was watching tarot, that's how what I started off. That was the distraction. I didn't start watching tarot. I watched Dolores Cannon and I was doing meditation. Your soul is gonna pull you where you need to go. Now I ended up in tarot land. When I ended up in tarot land, people was talking about love, money, and career. Those three things. Now, whenever witchcraft, dark magic, and all of that stuff started, it's because somebody was definitely following people like me right into whatever they was doing with the intention to steal. Oh, this the next job you gonna come up on, this the next hot thing, meditation, this the next hot thing, alien stuff. And they followed right into tarot land where everybody's psychology is just balled up into one. You got a lot of energy running through the tarot community because it's all psychology. So you went in there looking to feed off somebody's energy and dump all your stuff in tarot land, and it's swirling around and everybody picking up on pieces of it. Every time somebody shuffle tarot cards through their hand, just so y'all know, it is moving the past, future, and the present, and it can literally change by the second. So if it's the past or if it's the present, it's going to really affect the person more than the future, because it can stop you from perpetuating it in the future. But that past and present, it's going to be riding the fuck out your ass. So anytime you want somebody healing to touch it, I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. I need somebody with a good heart to read to me or touch these cards. I'm not talking about my cards. I'm talking about cards in general. It's a lot of people that they can't evolve past what they're reading for. I'm not gonna be able to help y'all like break certain drug habits and stuff like that. You will have to use your spirit. You need somebody that can help you with that discernment and put it in analogies. But some people can only read what they've experienced. They can't read past that. It'll keep recycling karmic garbage. Now, another thing is that same person that followed the person into tarot land, they got other females to hop up on this. Use your intuition. Anybody can do this. Yes, everybody has intuition. You can reach into your psychology and do this. But there are tarot readers that's actually ordained to do it. Like God said they supposed to do it. Now, when God is trying to identify the person that he said is going to do it, and they got a bunch of people mimicking, that right there, that start a whole war in itself. Because everything has to be done based on a process of elimination, which means that all of those copies got to ascend the same task. And that right there will burn a hole through your ass if you have not ascended those tasks. Most of them have to do with self-control. Have to do with self-control. Have to do with mind control. Because your ego and your pride can overpower you so strong that it can take you out. Envy, jealousy, all of that stuff. It will yank you around and literally beat the fuck out you. Woo! So, like I said, going in tarot land, you teaching everybody. Not just the person that's the user, but the people that's getting used, that's going to use other people. Everybody start waking up to their own integrity. You ain't got to want what somebody else got, because it's a whole gang of shit waiting for you. That's yours and nobody can touch it. Anyway, they decided, let me pick that one. I want that one. Whoever picked or targeted certain people, what an idiot. What research did you do? You must not have done no research. You must not have done enough. You just was basing that you did something in the past. God had this moment prime so well that he tied all the hearts that's alike, corrupt ones and all the good ones together. Could you imagine two people that ain't worked on stuff? That's what is the word? The term is trauma bond. That's what they say. It's been somebody attacking not only my identity, but my kundalini. When that kundalini wake up, certain ones. So y'all that's breaking out, we gotta make sure, because I know my audience. I meet too many people just like me. When your kundalini wake up, it's gonna clear the bloodline out, and people just gonna start. I mean, they're gonna get plucked off left and right. It's not something that I revel in, like, because the time that you gotta wait for this to be done and not know what time it is, it's like, oh, you know it's nearing because your body starts shifting through it before that person's reality, and that right there that's hell right there. That's why you always have humility. Now there's organizations, especially in the United States, that ain't never been through a death like this. It's hurting them bad. It's going to hurt them so bad that they look stupid. They would like everybody to be in fear of something that is already over. It's a death coming, and it's not going to be for the people that did what they were supposed to. It's for the people that didn't do. It's going to be right there in front of our face. It's saying somebody's heart is protected from magic. Somebody is already ascended. Give up. Stop. It's a cycle that's closed. There's heavy projection. Somebody project. It's. Oh, they saying it's a lot. This is a lot of people that's projecting their cycles, their endings on you. So you can feel death in so many different ways. This is all being projected on things that's it's a large ending happening. And it's global. If your bills is paid and you chill, right, you're gonna feel it. Because this did sweep through. It swept through heavy this week. And I want to say this is what the Passover feel like. I hate to make my videos long, y'all, but the heaviness that's gonna seep through, it is. Your intensity is gonna go through the roof. I keep saying that, but when you feel every nerve in your body, you know. Oh boy, it's an idiot that opened up a portal, and what a dummy. Like I'm sorry. Um, it's an ancient one. Like, who are these people? Okay, I gotta stay focused for y'all. So when the wave comes through, it's gonna have a lot of stress with it, and the stress is it's your worst. It's gonna be people's worst fears for a lot, but it's heavy emotions. So I'm trying to explain. It's the emotions. So what's coming through is the heavier emotions. So let's say light emotions are sad, um, happy. Okay, sad and happy. Just because I don't want to make it complicated. What we're gonna feel during this clear out is we're gonna feel after it's done. You're gonna feel a much higher elevation to where as though your mind can't be mired in heavy emotions. So I'm still not explaining it to y'all because it's fine in my head, but a lot of crying about deep stuff, whether you can identify it or not, it's going to rip some of the deepest, densest emotions out of you. And that can manifest in a physical vessel, energetically, or it can manifest in a lot of crying, heavy depression, because you've been carrying it. A lot of y'all, some of y'all been carrying it since elementary school. Okay, that's how long y'all been carrying. And you got to go through that. Yes, it's yours, but you got to go through that. You're not going to be trying to do nothing else outside of that. I mean, a lot of y'all, if you're going to drive yourself crazy, or the average person that actually will drive themselves crazy is somebody to try to figure out emotions instead of just letting them pass through. You know what I mean? It's better that it's gone. Maybe because you don't need to know all the fucking details. So once that passes through, that Passover is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So the past, present, and future is active now for everybody. This is going to help us get balance. Y'all have relationships coming in. The relationships coming in is what's going to start this massive die off. Everything will be happening in threes. Somebody is leaving at a distance from me. Let's see. I just heard push out. There's something about an energetic expansion where people can't hold you still anymore. It's heavy freedom in that. This is a lot of freedom. Yeah, well, that's what we said. I did tell y'all that we are out of a cycle. It's gonna look like that around you. See, when you go through a shift, we walk through this gate, this Gemini gate in Equator. I don't even know. I wish I could explain this better, but we walked through a gate that we never was able to walk through as far as humanity. We finally there. We're doing it right now, but it's a lot of death in between that. So you got to see both realities. You can't just play one reality. You know what I mean? Some of y'all gonna start to see trickles of it, but trickles of it before it come in like a wave. But this is freedom. I am picking up on the crucifixion right there too. Of course, because the cross, but I don't know. I'm feeling that in my back. Hold on. Taking me to back in the lungs, and I don't understand. I don't know what that is. Somebody tapping in. I don't like this energy. Whatever it is, it's taking my vision and splitting it into two. And my soul don't allow for this. You get what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I ain't gonna say it's manipulation, but it's almost like they want me to solve two cases at the same time. Can't do that. No, because it takes too long to do that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm somebody tapping in, and that's normal. And in the tarot community, they tapping in. But when you tap in, your stuff is gonna be out there. Everything. And they telling me this is a bad thing. Something is already done. It's already done. And I'm gonna say it like this. Next month, that whole month gonna be a retrograde. I just heard burning hell. I'm like, wow. Well, I don't know what this is. I have no idea, y'all. Something about Thoth, somebody saying, I see you, the world is watching. I mean, we all watch, right? We all know we being watched on our cell phones. But it's something bigger, way bigger than that that's watching. Oh boy. Who don't know that? That's why after a while you ascend past getting, I mean, people monitor people in their homes. Like that was really a thing. You know what I mean? People hiding. People needed to make money. Now money ain't here. Money ain't here. But let me tell you, people put hidden cameras in homes. They had surveillance. We know about the surveillance with that whole thing that the FBI had over Apple and stuff like that. We already know. But did you know? Because I'm hearing they did know that they was being watched. And this is where Thoth came in. They knew that they was being watched. They knew that. They knew you were protected. What? I got a whole message in another one of these glyphs, but let me see if I lay it down like that. I understand this, but I'm gonna explain it to y'all like this, okay? There's this person was keeping themselves hidden by an electrical current. Cause see, this is electricity. It don't matter. This person, it's something here about electricity being an electrician or the things when it comes to electricity. Now it makes sense. That's ooh, there's somebody gonna pay so bad. They gonna pay so dearly. I can't even put this on one person because this right here is the whole internet. The whole internet. See, Mercury is gonna do glitches in communication. So that whole next month is gonna be issues with communication, and it's gonna be to the advantage. But this right here is the internet. You've been locking a grid. You've been locking a grid. A grid. A grid is one thing, one fabric that supplies a whole entire network. It is going to be hell to fucking pay. They know about this. They know about this. This they can see this energy here. They know exactly where it's at. I don't even want to know nothing else about electricity. I don't know who this is pissed. I don't know who this is. I can tell you this. They on the physical realm. And they know electricity too. Now I picked up on something about a large fire in a server room. Ain't nothing you could do because this fire right here is not something that's going to be able to be prevented. I don't care if you go in there and check the cords every day. This is divine intervention. Whew. If this somebody's brain that they talking about, that's just inflammation on the brain. But they inoperable. That you've been feeding off data, Lord knows to do what. It's not even a swap here. This is just somebody keeps tapping in for central intelligence. Oh, you got it. You got central intelligence, all right. I'm sorry, y'all. This person is projecting heavy, heavy fear into the atmosphere. And they've been doing it for a while because you got abundant off of Lord knows what. What you get abundant off of? What did you take? You took something, I'm going to tell you before we get to these cards, because we don't want to make it too complicated. We're not worried about getting it back because we don't want it back. It was made to be taken, okay? You took something that was detrimental to your whole existence and your reality. You stole from the sun. If you steal from the sun, you're trying to stay alive. Not only did you steal from the sun, you stole from children. This person's heart was protected. Is this a sun child? It's got to be. This person's crown is pure, like pure. So you knew that. I mean, why else would a person not do that? Anchor. That's not good. You can't. You. It's bad to anchor a person like this because they're here to do something here, bigger than them. This person, I would equate them to a sacrifice, but not a sacrifice. It's only God can sacrifice that person. It's a secret. Oh, this is a secret that somebody been doing for a long time. Magic. It's a group that does magic. And they do it for money. Okay. Well, they codependent on this money. But you know what they more codependent on? That energy that they took from the sun. Because that's death. Dying, dead, death. There's something hidden here. It always is. Somebody knows that somebody is tapping into you. So they tapping into you mentally just to find out somebody tapping into you. And they know this person is tapping into you, know that you are a source of light. This is universal law. Somebody that tapped into universal law. Well, this is beautiful for this person, but not so much for these people. I'm hearing something has to be stopped, but the way I'm getting it is not even I hope we can stop this. Something needs to be stopped. It's almost like a scatter. Now I'm getting final destination. Maybe if we split up, whatever it is, will be blocked. Y'all, because the police is already watching. Okay. Is there anything else that we can do? All right, let's just do one card out here. This timing is old. So this timing right here was last year. So it's saying it right now. But whatever the scatter that's happening on, that should have took place last year. So that you definitely got the warning. Because you should have done this last year. You should have been on the move, or somebody picked up that they was getting surveilled. And they probably knew it when a death occurred. It was a certain death. Yeah, you too late. It's too late to move. They already know. The people that's coming to collect, that's watching these people, they already know everything they're going to do. Somebody see from the future. It's authority figure that see from the future. Good luck with that one. It's something somebody getting on you get on somebody's nerves. They wish you wasn't so sweet. It's just in my blood. It's in my blood to help people find the right way. That's because of suffering. Like who don't everybody I got to be talking to people that have good hearts. Like that's like me looking at my kids and seeing that they're gonna go down the wrong road to do the wrong thing, and I just let them find out on their own and then come back. These ones I can talk to them. I can talk to them and tell them what's real. I think that a lot of our parents didn't do that with us, especially if you were sheltered. I know some of y'all seen some jacked up stuff. I mean, I seen and heard it, but it was in my house, so that kind of keep you safe when you see it. You know before you go, I guess. All right, let's see. Somebody don't want somebody to be stable. Blah 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 blah. Hope, whatever. It's their hope is dried up. So something is dried up. No more electricity. So somebody's fire is completely dried up. There's no more electricity. No more. This tapping in, like we said with the brain. What did we say? Inflammation of the brain. Remote viewing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It's got somebody in fear. Two people, in fact. Something ain't processing. I heard something ain't processing. It must be a piece of paper. Something that they do for a scam. Something is not processing correctly. You got that right. You got that right. Now let me tell y'all what's going on. Two people in fear, okay? Whatever this tapping in that we just now got off of these cards. I just like to show y'all other cards because I could be sitting there hearing and listening to a story. Most of the stuff I do in my head, like, what's the point of I will be exhausted. Anyway, so this person, inflammation on the brain. Oh, I'm supposed to tell y'all I'm not a doctor because I'm not. But I pick up on medical stuff all the time. People don't know what they're doing when they use their emotions for intent. It gotta be integrity for yourself. Because if you're doing anything other than that, good God, that body gonna go through it like nobody ever seen it before. You got to take care of your vessel. They gonna get the government straight so we can have vegan eateries and things like that. We know what we eat and plants and all that stuff. But in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? If you got a bad thought, you need to get that out of there. Self-sabotaging. You don't love yourself. This vessel is going to get you where you need to go, so you need to love it. Love it like you love it. Oh, the reason I turned off my comments. Sometimes I turn off my comments when I don't need distraction. So I can't. I've been doing something where it's part of this group or there's somebody linked to emojis. They've already found that person, but they link to certain emojis. It's a it's a lot of shit going down behind the scenes, y'all. Um, Global devastation. I'm not gonna get on here and put all of that stuff on it. Anyway, back to this tapping into the brain. So something ain't processing right. Somebody know, right? So now half of this brain, let's just do this for y'all. Half of this brain is in their survival mode. Their survival mode means I gotta operate by myself. I can't operate with another person attached to me. Even if they grime or low life like me or they lustful, I have to save myself. This other part of the brain is used to scamming and scheming. It walks into multiple opportunities. Why change something if if it's working? You know what I mean? This right here is what a test looked like, choosing between these love and money. Because love, is going to keep you alive. The love you got for yourself, start there first. Because if you ain't loving yourself, love ain't going to come in for you. It just ain't. Because you don't want it there. You might say you do, but your body is going to read right. So regardless of what people say out their mouth from now on, when you look at them and see how they treat themselves, you're going to know. Somebody might look real nice, and they might be selfish as fuck. Like, get away from me. You're going to feel it. It's going to make your skin crawl. But anyway, somebody ain't got, their brain is operating. It's overclocking. Their brain is overclocking. Like this right here. Can't say combustion would be the same thing as like inflamed nerves, aneurysms, things like that. It's way too much. It's way too much. This can malfunction anything in the body. including the heart. It can stop anything at once. So survival mode is definitely here. Let me read this first thing to y'all, because whatever this hope is dried up for a baneful person. They've been manipulating it, but this is to their own detriment. And this was all about stability. Why can't you be stable? I don't. Okay, now I need another card because I need to understand about this person just because I'm curious. But I'm like, why would you just do things the right way? I mean, I get it, but then I just want to know about this case, I guess. It's their environment. Okay. They're allergic to their environment, but you stay in it. So that's the problem. You want to know why your hope is so dehydrated? You cannot be around low lights. And I'm saying that it's nothing wrong with people. I don't like words like that because I have to put it in a nice perspective because I don't want nobody to have division because they can take in their words and make their own definition. You can't hang around in an environment that you have clearly evolved from. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So when you ascend the environment, when you start seeing the things that you're doing that you didn't, I'm gonna give it to y'all in this case because they say in Gemini, but they talking to every last one of y'all. When you see something that you did not know was wrong, and then all of a sudden, someday in your life, you start feeling bad about it, you have to completely leave all of it behind. That's part of making you feel like the world is not good, things don't look good, whatever stress, panic, fear, lack mentality in every way, shape, form. Somebody ascended from this environment, but they still stay around. It's almost like just to hide themselves. What's the point of you hiding your own light? Because you doing things for the wrong people, you doing things in the wrong way because you're around the wrong people. I'm trying to say it in a caring way because when I'm going through this stuff, it's because I ascended it. So some of it make me laugh because it don't have to be. You know what I mean? I gotta laugh to keep from crying. This is a classic case scenario that I'm sure a lot of y'all can identify with. Where if somebody said they want you to cry over a broken heart, or you could chop your leg off, which one would you choose? You'd be like, go ahead, cut my leg off, because the emotions is just like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna propel me forward. It doesn't mean that you don't feel deeply. This right here could have had the potential, and they could have the integrity to change and do the right thing for the right person. This is what could have been done. But their own fear is what is triggering whatever this is. Like, why did I do that? Like remorse. Anyway, what was the first card we got, y'all? The neuron. That's what it was. It says keywords: open communicator, efficient, and conscientious. I think conscientious means you're paying attention. It says confident, a clear and concise communicator, hardworking, observant, and a good listener. Others see you as reliable, trustworthy person who can get the task done quickly, efficiently, and to a high standard. You may be excelling at your place of work or maintaining a maintaining a flourishing friendship or family relationship. So I'm telling y'all based on the things that I'm seeing, it's a lot of separation that is going to occur from corruption. Some people been sitting in there. Okay, now this person is gone. This person is gone. As much as I don't want to say it, it's somebody here, and I just feel an energy connected with a person is going to take their self out because they stubborn. But then there's some people that I see that's separating from it. Now, the reason that I'm getting mixed signals is because I already told y'all that this is a group, and it's got me. It's just yanking my energy all over the place. There's a leader. That's one. That may be the person that's taken out. Okay? It's because they like power and they want to be on top. Regardless of what's going on, they want to be on top. So their lesson was that they're not a master of themselves because they taken their self out voluntarily. Now, there's a separation from corruption because it's being forced. If the top fall, everybody's going to scatter. But that scattering is they need to never ever do it again. They're not going to be able to, because whatever this fear and panic it's just happening in multiple ways. But that form of what happened to this person's vessel, it's almost like this person was cooked. And I was going to say, I don't know if I've mentioned it, something about brain on fire. Somebody waking up. I'm hearing certain stuff. Somebody waking up, they getting something about activations. Of course, it's gonna be a lot of activation, but there's activations of people that's been doing corruption that want to live the right way. So this is just a grab bag, because I can't put it on one person. Somebody cannot breathe in the atmosphere. Why can't they breathe? Because they have to get away from the people and places that they're around. It's not like they don't get this intelligence, though. That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's all I wanted to get out there. Should I read this one? I could. They telling me something about female energy. That's what they keep saying. Female energy. This is female. United States distorted female energy. They binded female energy. Okay. I don't know. It's not giving me a lot, y'all. It'll make sense to me later when I'm walking around the house doing stuff. It says the pelvis, stability, intimacy, and emotional instability. It says experiencing the side effects and trapped emotional energy and emotional instability. Turn your attention towards the begin. Turn your attention to inwards and begin to acknowledge these buried feelings, emotions that rose in reaction to past trauma. It's something here about somebody. If y'all remember the card where I said they projecting their fears because they having a lot of financial misfortunes, okay? Their financial fortunes is equated to their physical health. A lot of people need to remain in a good form for their shape-shifting capabilities, for them to be able to market their self to the next person as an opportunity in whatever way it is. That stuff is drying up so freaking bad. There's well, I picked up on a male. Now I'm picking up on a female that relies on people appealing to her in whatever way for their stability. I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's a healthy thing to know how to suffer, especially in living arrangements, and make do with what you have and make the best of it. It will teach you humility. It's not something that anybody wants to experience, but it builds character. Because when you are in those moments, that's when you learn true community. People they truly not judging you. They not looking down. They like you for you, or they just ain't gonna be around you. It says emotions that arose in reaction to past trauma, a significant event, or major life stresses have become fixed. Somebody monopolize on that. That's why they paying so bad. They gonna do away with somebody in this reading. They done. Trash. You must process and release these residual feelings to restore emotional balance. Because whatever this energy is, they take the collective and they trap them. They had them held in a place where they could not heal, could not get stable. Just like y'all seen that pop out. They just don't want you to be comfortable, because if you comfortable, you already happy with yourself. In every situation, you just like, hey, this is what it is. God put one foot in front of the other. They don't want you to feel that peace and security. They need you to always be in the move or in the state of stress. The world is done with that. Nobody cares anymore. I mean, in a good way. Nobody is on that. So I'm gonna just post this. I'm gonna try to get some regular readings out here for y'all. Thank you.